There's a deck idea I've been kicking around and a commander that's come out recently that I feel like is perfect for what I want to do. And it involves Quina Q Gourmet, who has an effect where if I would create a token, I create that token and a 1/1 green frog creature token instead. So what I want to build is a deck with Slime Against Humanity, which has me create a 0/0 green ooze creature token with trample, and I put +1/+1 counters on it depending on how many Slime Against Humanities I have in the graveyard or in exile. And it has another ability where I can have as many copies of Slime Against Humanity in a deck getting around the singleton restriction. But what makes Quina so special that I want to build around her? Well, first off, I like uncommon commanders, and I like the idea that she's probably going to be budget, but mostly it's to use this ability in tandem with Slime Against Humanity. Because what Queen's ability is a replacement effect, because we see the word instead, which her replacement effects look for the event of creating a token and replaces it with the event of creating that token plus a frog. But that's the only part of the effect that she would modify for Slime Against Humanity. The rest of the effect that puts +1/+1 counters on it would also apply to the 1/1 frog creature token that you create. So not only will I have a slime token that has X +1/+1 counters on it, the frog will have the counters on it too. Now, originally, I considered using Queen all in all, and I still might, because her effect is essentially the same thing, it just makes it soldier instead. And white does give me access to token doublers like Anointed Procession, which would be pretty good in this deck. But I kind of like the idea of restricting it to mono green and potentially building it budget, because building on a budget is one of my favorite ways to build, like my $20 Pearl Ear deck. But with the current price of Slime Against Humanity being about $1 or so, that might not be possible to go somewhere around $20 to $25. So most likely in the end, I might just go with Queen all in all, and I might just forget about the budget. But another thing that's holding me back from building the deck is that I just don't have enough copies of Slime Against Humanity currently, and I don't want to pay $20 for like 20 of them. So I want to ask for your guys' help out there for trading into some, because I'm a little cheapskate and I prefer trading into cards rather than buying them with actual money. So if you have a significant number of Slime Against Humanities, then hit me up in my DMs and maybe we can work something out. Before you scroll away, let me tell you about the commander that I originally thought for it, but the deck was a lot jankier, but it sounds like it'd be kind of funny. And that is building the same deck, but with Peregrine Took as your commander, who pretty much has the same effect, but instead of a creature, you create a food token, which would pretty much do the same thing, but you also still put the +1/+1 counters on the food token. Now, why the hell would that be any good? Because the food token can't attack or anything, unless you play it with something like Titania's Song, which would suddenly animate all those food tokens that you've been accumulating throughout the game and who have been dodging all the board wipes. So it would be hilarious to be able to pull a win out that way. Now, as far as I know, Titania's Song is the only card in this color identity that can do something like this, so it might be kind of hard to rely on this single card to try to win that way. And I guess you could still win the regular way with Slime Against Humanity, but I don't know. This sounds kind of fun, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe I will build this way.